Gypsy Rose Blanchard revealed a chilling claim during the Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard docuseries. Her own mother allegedly placed a voodoo curse on her, ensuring she would never find true love. As we delve into the mysterious depths of liveness on this 8th day, where we do a live a day leading up to Christmas, we are honored to welcome TikTok creator Dysfunctional Cutie to the soulful realm of highly strange days. Sundays are reserved for delving more into the soulful part of the Power Network, and tonight we will explore the dark arts of hoodoo and voodoo that Dee Dee allegedly used against her own daughter, Gypsy Doo. Is there a sinister force manipulating the truth in this twisted tale of lies and red rumming? And could that force be Gypsy Rose Blanchard herself? The answers lie in the shadows tonight, and the shadows are waiting to be brought into the light. I'm going to roll some credits while we wait for the rest of the Hoodoo Voodoo crew to roll in. Shout out to my Power Replay crew and my Dragonflies. Welcome to all the new Dragonflies, by the way. We gifted 5 just the other day, and I see you. Guys, welcome to Highly Strange Days. I'm Amy.
And I'm Shannon.
Carefully strumming this old guitar, words rolling out into the fire. Never ask why my heart burned blue. Here in the haze where you inspire me. Here in the darkness I hear my cue. Time to find some solitude. Here where my soul bleeds openly, deep in the heart of sin and you. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep into you. Here in the blue, I'm dancing with you tonight, and it feels fine.
Hi, guys. Welcome to the Highly Strange Days, and it feels fine being here with you guys again. How's everyone doing tonight? I just saw that our guest popped in. I was trying to buy us a little bit of time so that I was worried that maybe I didn't tell her that it was Eastern time zone. But anyway, she's here. And Shannon's here, and so let's get it going. Before we get started, I just want to say that tonight we're coming to you from YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So hi, everybody. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, whichever platform you're watching us on. We do have a live chat going on over on YouTube. So if you want to if you want to come over and chat with us live, come on over to YouTube. That's where most of us are. And hi, Shannon.
Hi, Amy. A very scary Christmas to you.
Ooh, yes. I know you're like really into because Shannon and I were talking about what we're going to do next week, and she wants to do scary monsters associated with Christmas.
Yes, I'm stoked for that, actually.
I didn't even think that there was like such a sub niche about that, but you were like sending them through, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah.
You know what? I didn't even think of it either until Chad starts periodically, hey, have you heard of this creature? They do this and this on Christmas if you're not good. And it just intrigued me, and I'm like, oh, cool. I think I'm going to steal this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tonight we're going to talk about hoodoo voodoo that Dee Dee did so well on Gypsy Rose. Do you believe that she did this hoodoo voodoo curse on her, or do you think it's just more bullshit that Gypsy Rose is trying to feed to us?
I believe it's still BS. It's possible she attempted it, but I don't know. I don't think that she would have been capable of pulling something like that off. So either way, I don't believe she's cursed.
You don't think that Dee Dee was capable of doing a curse on Gypsy?
I mean, I don't think she was capable of seeing it into fruition.
Yeah. I don't know. She had that little witchiness to her, though. I feel like Dee Dee had a little bit of witchiness to her. She had that like little something about her.
Well,
In
you know the
that
case a lot
sexiness
more than
about
I
her.
do. Oh, sorry.
And she had that sexiness about her too, that dark sexiness.
You think so?
Dee Dee, yeah. Yeah. We've
Hmm.
done a lot of deep dives on Dee Dee, and she was like a little sexy thing when she was younger. I mean, she got as she got older, her health started failing her and her diabetes, I think, and I think she even had cancer and stuff like
Oh
that.
dear.
So stuff was going really wrong for her. Like I don't even think she would have lived very long, but Gypsy, I don't think wanted to be saddled with taking care of her mom. So
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I don't know. I think it's like 50-50. But I see dysfunctional cuties here. So why don't we bring
Yay!
her on and see what she has to say? Hey,
Yes.
dysfunctional cutie.
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. We're excited.
I'm excited too. I have a lot of information that I wrote down, um, and I think it's going to be a good episode.
Same.
Awesome. Well,
So what do you think? Do you think Dee Dee was capable of doing this voodoo hoodoo curse on her?
Um, I do think so, but not in the way that Gypsy said. But yeah, we can get into that later because it's like I have like a little bullet point that says why it wouldn't work, and I think it's BS what Gypsy said as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So how about we do this? I just jumped it right forward and I'm gonna try to pull us back and I'm going to show we're gonna cue it up and talk about in the the confessions of Gypsy Rose, she tried to drop all these bombshells on us. And one of them was that her mom supposedly did the voodoo curse on her. And let's take a quick look at it and so that the audience knows exactly what we're talking about. Here we go.
Mother put a voodoo hex on me.
No, I think those are real Gypsy Rose tears, though. I think she really thinks that Dee Dee put some type of curse on her.
I think she does too. And you know, want to know something really crazy, right? Feeling like someone cursed you when they haven't is the most powerful curse that you can do. Right? Like, have you guys heard of that? You guys have heard of that before, right?
No, I haven't, but it sounds really powerful. Tell me about it. Have you heard of
So,
it?
I have not, but it makes sense because then you start to feed into it, and some people subconsciously steer their life in that same direction, and so suddenly they feel like they've been cursed and they did it to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Do you guys want to know the kicker of something? Like, I just want to go out with a bang really quick because I think this will dispel everything that she said right there.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll tell you. So the cow tongue is used to silence someone, right? And so you know what I mean. Like it's used to silence someone, and the menstrual blood is for attracting a man and keeping one, right? So, and in my other notes, it's like saying if she wanted to do that, she would have needed a prick of her own blood, like her finger or from her skin, because the other one is usually to attract a man and to keep a man. So to
Because
put those two together,
yeah. So that makes no sense. She would,
exactly.
what in a sense would that have done? It would have silenced, Gypsy, and I don't know. I can't even come up with it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because I looked all this up and I just wanted to make sure because it's universal. You know what I mean? So with the cow tongue, it's like you can do a cow tongue, but you technically have to use other ingredients
Ah.
in order for it to work. And then the menstrual blood, as you guys know, it can be added to tea, coffee, or food for your partner, and it'll work as a spell like that.
Yeah. It would make sense
Okay.
that the cow tongue would be to silence something because if you cut the tongue out, they can't talk. So
Mm-hmm.
Unless it was so it would draw the men to her, but she could never talk to them or communicate with them.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
yeah, yeah. Or Gypsy's just making it up and she just didn't think of the right thing to say. Like she just thought we would all go like, ooh, cow tongue.
You're
Yeah.
right.
That's
I would have been more impressed with chicken feet.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
more voodoo because remember we interviewed a voodoo priestess and she said that she had just gotten in like a shipment of chicken feet and her kids like playing with the chicken feet as they were drying and stuff.
That's cute.
Yeah. So you had mentioned that there was they had been talking about menstrual blood, and I remember seeing Ivory Rose Grows Wild, who, when she started talking about when Gypsy was cooking for Ken and how she had talked about, well, this is witchy stuff down on the bayou here. Take a listen.
Nice.
Oh no. Hold on.
What's up, y'all? It's your Woo Woo Bestie, Ivory Rose, and this is my page, Ivory Rose Grows Wild. Y'all want some witchy gypsy tea? I got it for you. So y'all all seen Miss Gypshit's video of her cooking Ken spaghetti? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's speak on that. I don't think I need to show y'all. It's on YouTube. Go ahead and look at it. Hold on. Now, if you follow my page, you know that I'm witchy. I got it all over. He made that comment, to her, and to me listening. She cooked that man spaghetti the first time, right? You know what's common here in the South? By witches? They will put their period blood in that man's food, in coffee, red beans, and spaghetti to tie his soul to her. That's what that means. Mm-hmm. And we already know Jip Jip mess with that dark shit, right? Mm-hmm. I wasn't going to speak on it, but then I had another friend say, look, I noticed. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't want to say nothing because I didn't want it to sound far reach. But this is my area of expertise, and I'm going to go ahead and speak on it. So, mm-hmm.
And I did see that they were talking about it over on Facebook, and Gypsy Rose unloaded. This woman says, this lady on YouTube said, well, they said it after Ivory Rose Grows Wild. They started saying it over on YouTube. And I think I even said it because I remember picking this story up. And she said, this lady on YouTube said Gypshit was doing black magic with that spaghetti. She said she didn't take her menses straight from the nether regions to the pot, but she jarred it and saved it for a special time. I can see Gyp doing that. What do you all think? So what do you think?
I believe it.
Yeah, I do too.
It's like not heard, but I saw I'm not gonna say any names, right? Because I don't want to hurt you guys here. But there was one of her friends showed a page out of Gypsy's
I don't mean to interrupt. I'm having a really hard time with your mic. Is it just me or is anybody else having problems? You're real echoey and I can't understand what you're saying.
Okay, hold on just a moment.
How about now?
That's nice.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Is it echoing still?
No.
Okay. So
Now
one.
for me though, I hear a echo. Let me see. Did I
Oh,
do
for
thing?
me, she's absolutely pristine.
Am I echoing?
No.
Okay.
How about
Maybe.
now?
I don't know either. All right, let's just keep talking and if it does it because I was echoing back to myself and now I'm not. So okay, it's all better. All right. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. It's better that way. But one of her friends showed on a live video, because she had a picture of Gypsy's like shadow book, and I think she binded it with her own blood, and you could see on the corner it was like a thumbprint. Um, so I think she does a lot of blood stuff, and with blood stuff you can't really undo it. So and since she's super impulsive, like it makes sense to me for her to choose blood magic over anything.
And it would
That
make sense that if that's what Dee Dee was doing, that's what Gypsy would do.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I agree. She does seem like the type that would resort to that.
Yeah, because she's very much like, I want this person to love me forever, regardless of if she loves them. Like, you can tell. Like, you can tell that that's how she is with Ryan, with Nick, and Ken. She's going to be like that with Ken. So, like, it's weird.
Well,
It's
she
a
was
little excessive,
childlike, don't you think? I think that Dee Dee was very childlike, and now Gypsy is. I mean, Dee Dee was very childlike, and Gypsy's very childlike, and children are very me, 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 me.
for
And blood
sure.
magic seems like it would be very like me, 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 fast, get it done. I don't care about the consequences. I want what I want now.
Exactly. Exactly.
We see here on the photo and the screen, I couldn't really get a very good picture of Dee Dee, but this is Dee Dee's. She has a little tattoo she had a little tattoo of a wizard on her. I guess that's her thigh, right?
Yeah, something like that. Her calf.
Yeah, she had some kind of wizard tattoo. Um, and this was more proof that Gypsy put out there saying that Dee Dee was into this. But I found this that was very fascinating, and I wanted your guys' opinion. This woman is talking about was Dee Dee Blanchard's unaliving a ritual sacrifice. Have you heard of anything like that being said?
I've heard of it, but I'm not sure. I don't know how, like, how it all comes together. You know what I mean? If maybe that there was all three of their like DNA found together at the crime scene, maybe that could have been like, here, like this is what I'm offering, type of thing. But I'm not really sure on how. But it does not shock me if that's a thing.
Hmm. She says that Nick and Gypsy were under a demonic possession when unaliving Dee Dee and completed a demonic ritual sacrifice.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I just remembered what I wanted to say about that,
Okay.
because in the pictures, I'm sure you guys have all seen the pictures, right?
The
Like the crime scene pictures.
yeah, of Dee Dee.
Yeah, you know how there's a V in blood on her backside?
Hmm.
That in itself is something. So yeah, like I wouldn't doubt it. Even that to be like here. Like even the Victor character could be a demon of its own,
Oh, maybe.
like
Uh,
possessing Nick in the moment that it happened.
Well, that's freaky.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to like put it all together like that.
it's terrifying. Gypsy with a power just seems like she would be the most terrifying creature on this earth.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, and it's possible because she has so many people snowed. I watch The Masked Singer, and there was a character on there that Ken, one of the judges, Ken, he thought she was Gypsy, and he was like, "Oh, she's such a sweet girl, and she went through so much, and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Whoa, disgusting! No, thank you, no." She just
Yeah.
has people snowed.
Yep. Everyone has a blindfold on when it comes to her.
I was really disappointed when you told me that she was on there. I was like, no. But then you texted me back and you're like, no, it's not her. And I was like, oh, God. I forgot all about that.
No, yeah.
I never realized how much she comes up in social cult, and it just in the media, and I never really paid attention until I started doing this with you.
It's just weird to me how like social media hasn't bled into the actual media. I know they're trying to put out a certain narrative, but like at this point, it's really bad out there with her stuff. Like everyone's not, like no one's on her side. Everyone's seeing everything. People are sending stuff to CBS and TMZ and all these things, and I know that they could like just discard it and not like disregard it. I'm so sorry. But like wouldn't someone be like, "Hey, like let's look into this a little bit further." Like I don't understand.
You would think. What drew you into the Gypsy Rose case, Dysfunctional Cutie?
So at first, like of course, I felt really bad for her. So I was looking into it, and I don't know what it is about it, but I became super like wanting to know everything. And I saw people posting videos, and like I'm like, oh, like let me dig deeper. And for me, like I have a mom trauma. So like I was like, you know what? Like let's see what she did. And I was like, okay, let's see what she did. And even with the mom pain and mommy issues that I have, like I was like, no, like you don't do that to someone. And then I started digging and digging and digging and digging, and it was just like, oh my God, this is too much. So over the past couple months, well, like since she got out, I've been looking at the medical records, I've been looking at the autopsy report, the crime scene photos, all the document, everything, and I'm just trying to piece everything together with, because we'll never know what happened, but it's just like I initially went in thinking that like I would relate to her kind of because I had issues with my mom, but at the end of the day, like it wasn't that at all.
I was just gonna ask, were you like a stan? Because I was a stan in the beginning. I'm kind of embarrassed about it myself, but I'm a
Right.
very mommy kind of figure. I've never been able to be a mother, but I've always wanted to be a mother, and so I have like mother energy. And so I was really worried, like the world was gonna tear her apart, not knowing she's tearing us apart.
Yeah. She really is. It's crazy. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Well, I just feel that she was in prison for a reason. She committed a crime, period. And she paid for it, period. She should not get to profit off of it. And that's what's happening.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
somehow she's getting around that. I've not quite figured out how she's getting around profiting, but because she's not supposed to be able to, because the state her state does have a son of Sam law where she can't talk about the crime. So somehow she's getting around it.
And remember that video or the TikTok I showed you about the Josephine Gray thing?
Remind
Um
me.
it it was it's in our conversation. You don't have to put it up or anything. It's up to you, but um she was able to unalive all her partners for the insurance money. Like have other people unalive her partners, and
Well,
there were like 5 of her like
sorry,
her
hold on a
spouses.
second. Every time I'm going into your site and I can't get the
Okay, I'm
music to
sorry.
stop. I don't know how to make it stop. All right. Every time I go into our conversation, sorry, I'm not. All right. Is it on your page by chance?
Yeah, it is. It should be at the bottom, and it's her and a picture of another woman, like side by side.
Okay. And I've got too many things up, so I'm constantly going all click. Okay, so it's down here at the bottom, you said?
Yeah, it should be at the bottom. There you go, the third one.
This one? Ah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Like it'll last forever, but now forever.
Yeah.
Yes. Voodoo practitioner, 3 unalived by her partners. 1 lived to tell his side of the story, did voodoo on witnesses. The judge and jury said to set up unaliving for their insurance payout. All witnesses didn't show up to her court hearing, got out on bail each time. Oh, wow. She claimed to have evidence of her asking for her partner to be unalived, then doesn't show up to testify.
Wow.
And then at the end she ended up getting put in prison for fraud, insurance fraud, but not setting up the unalivings to happen. So
So
it's kind
that
of
is
weird.
a lot like Gypsy Rose.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, so here's a sacrifice of sort. Many speculate Dee Dee was a I have it muted because of the sound. I'll get
No
copyrights.
problem. No problem.
Don't forget that she got an amazing plea deal, only doing 8 years out of the 10. She continues to violate parole and doesn't get in trouble at all. She became a pagan in prison? I didn't know that.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I do know that she got that tattoo that she tried to hide and make it look like an angel, but there's like each point that she has on where her mother was jabbed, Shannon, she has that point made into an angel on her back. It's really freaky.
That's just creepy.
It's her little trophy. That's her little reminder. Yeah, there you go. That's the spell book or the shadow book. Book of Shadows. I'm so sorry.
Oh, can you see the fingerprint?
Yeah, it's gonna be in the next one.
Her
Okay.
friend admits to being part of a hex to their enemies at the moment for calling out troops. Wow.
So you do see that little spot right there?
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Blood
wow.
magic is shown on the petition against enemies, then continues to say, "Stop messing with us." Blood magic is very effective and potent. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Because you can't undo a a blood ritual unless you can like soak the blood out of the earth or like water or recall it from the wind or unburn it. That's the like that's the only way you can do it. So it doesn't go away.
Jeez.
I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know that it was so permanent either. I didn't know blood magic. Well, I mean, it makes sense. I thought it was more, well, gosh, it makes sense though.
Well, because it has our energy, our blood is our life force, right? So, like, it's like directly from the source. But that's why a lot of people tell like beginner practitioners to not start off with that because it's very, very like if you want like if you're like I want a new car, right? Or or something, right? And you do whatever you do for it, and then you'll have issues with that for a long time. The car wasn't a good example, but something like it's just there'll be issues with the car if you don't keep giving blood and stuff like that. So,
Oh, so you
like
can
you
never
have to
stop.
keep up. Yeah, you have to keep up on your end in order to like keep like for example, if you ask for something like from a spirit guide or like someone, right, a deity, whatever you want to call it, in order to stay in order for it to keep working, you have to keep giving. So it's like a relationship. So if you want more money, you give them all the money that you have. And then if you keep wanting money, you have to keep giving money and money and money. So it's something like that. Because if not, it goes south for some of them.
So that's what I'm doing wrong with my Ganesha statue. I'm not giving it money.
Maybe. Is it for money?
Yeah, yeah.
For money, then yeah, you should be giving it money,
Give it
Okay.
like change and stuff like that.
writing
Oh,
it checks.
I'm so sorry, Ganesha.
No,
To the
and that's
statue of Ganesha on my bookshelf. Pay to the order.
that's she's like, I'm waiting. You're missing something.
When Gypsy, I didn't know that Gypsy Rose was pagan, so that's something new that I learned. I wonder what made her. Is she still Is she still saying she's a pagan?
Well, she says that she's now Christian and she follows the Bible,
Yeah, that's
but
what I thought.
you can be a Christian witch. So with
Oh,
that,
yeah, I know.
so with that, like especially in voodoo, like they have their own gods and stuff like that, but they do translate to the Catholic or Christian saints as well. So in order to not look, because you know how people look like kind of side eye people who practice magic and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, I want to go to church and I want to pray to this God, but if that God, okay, so there's a God, I don't know how to say the name. It's Urzuli, something like that. She is
Yes.
equivalent to the Virgin Mary. But people can go out wearing a Virgin Mary like pendant and stuff like that, so they don't really look twice at them. But they can actually be um worshiping the other one because they have the same energy. They can like they're associated with each other.
Yes.
So, but the early is a demon. Is that what you're saying, or what?
That's the
She's a
voodoo
Loa.
equivalent
The equivalent to what?
to the Virgin Mary
Oh, she's
in
She
their
equivalent.
culture.
she's a voodoo Loa. I
Yes,
Oh,
there
believe
you
her
go.
voodoo. Oh,
partner.
gotcha,
I believe
gotcha.
her partner is Papa Legba.
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to figure out because I knew you were talking about like the Virgin Mary, like an angel or something, like a master. So I was trying to figure out, but it's voodoo you're talking about. Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how
Like if you
they
compare
use
them.
saints to represent the voodoo loas so that it's not so obvious that you're praying to the loas.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Hmm.
So I'm not saying that, but like, you know how when people are like, I don't think she did voodoo or anyone did voodoo or witchcraft or anything like that because they go to church and they believe in God and stuff like that. But you can definitely do the same things. And for a lot of people, like Jesus is he's a, what's the word? Oh my God, I spaced it. Jesus is like,
A master.
yeah, so what's the, dang
A
it, how do I
saint?
not remember? He's a, what do they call the ones that are like, I might have to Google it, but
Ascended master. That's the
Like a
one.
prophet?
like prophet, there you go, prophet. So we all, like, everyone, they believe he was a prophet, but that doesn't mean they, I don't know how to, like, they know that he existed and he was a prophet, but doesn't mean that he came directly from God. Something like that. I don't know how to
I'm pretty
explain
sure
it.
ascended master is the word that you're reaching for because
Yes, there you
there's like
go.
Buddha was an ascended master, Jesus, that were sent with the word of what's right and wrong and stuff like that.
There you go. There you go. Yeah,
Personally,
that's the word.
I don't think Christianity and paganism can be um individual. I mean they can be together. Like for example, I believe in the Jehovah God and his son Jesus. I believe in them.
Mhm.
I also believe in all the other deities, and I believe that God, Jehovah God, um has given us herbs and stones and stuff on earth to heal with, and eh, I don't have necessarily have to separate the two.
Yeah.
All of
Uh-huh.
these religions have overlapping themes, overlapping stories that if you compare them, they're it's just different name, different character, but they're bringing the same message of sorts to you. And Christianity, as much as they hate it, does take a lot from paganism. They plop their holidays down on the pagan holidays. And so, I mean, I think that they go hand in hand together, just like
Yeah.
I've noticed that Catholicism and voodoo goes hand in hand too, just like we just talked about the Virgin Mary and, it having its deity that's very much like the Virgin Mary, right?
Yeah, for sure. And it's like I believe it's like a culture thing. So like wherever you live, it's a different religion per se, but it's just like we're more comfortable, like not me personally, but just in general, someone's more comfortable seeing the Christian Jesus and they grew up with it and they believe it and they believe in what it stands for and what it means. But if you go somewhere else, um or if you go, like, people are Buddhist and that's the equivalent to that, and they have, does that kind of make sense? It's like a weird thing to say, but I see that a lot.
That it's all God. It's just named different in every
Yeah, I
culture.
think it's a culture thing, like,
Hmm.
Yeah.
does that
Like
make
Allah.
sense? Uh-huh. Yeah.
That does
Yeah.
make sense. Yes.
No, it makes complete sense. And I think there's definitely something to that. I think that New Orleans has very strong French Catholic voodoo, Hades type, or not Hades, sorry, um, Haitian type of vibe to it. So it would make sense that Gypsy's family would talk about voodoo, but also be Christian, probably Catholic at the same time.
Exactly. I believe that too. Because I know that was a big thing that people said. She's not a witch, or Dee Dee wasn't a practitioner. She believes in God, and like she's a Christian. Like, and me, like I'm just like, well, you're kind of right, but not really,
Hmm.
because it's possible. It really is possible.
Yeah.
It is. There's I used
We've
to make
seen
fun
it.
of it when there were back in the day Christian witches, but it was when it was starting to be a thing, but now it is a thing. So I just think whatever path gets you to being the best you is just the right way to go. I know that's very new agey, and that will make when I've said that to the wrong Christian, they've like fell to their knees and just prayed for my soul. But why is it wrong just to hope that people do the best that they can and to get to the best space they can?
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
not wrong. It's not wrong.
Yeah, and I feel like it's one of those things that people should be more open to. If
Hmm.
they're doing something bad to you, I think that's a whole nother thing. But if someone's practicing in the comfort of their own home, or they are wearing something of another religion, like a hijab or something like that, like if they're not bothering you, what does it matter? You know what I mean?
Right.
They're not doing anything to you. Like, I just don't. It's something that I really like think about, because that would make the world a better place.
It would, if people just minded their own business.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And had a mutual understanding of it, because a lot of people are very um, oh, you're not this, so we don't like you.
Ugh.
Or, like the extremists, because there's extremists in every religion, so, and that's the harmful part of it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm more apt to like you if you're different, because then I can learn
Yeah,
about your culture.
I
Exactly.
agree. Speaking of making the world a better place, I just gifted 5 Dragonfly memberships. Dragonfly is our membership program over on Parawomenradio on YouTube. Maria, Ray's, Tony, Sincerely Aries, Blue and Sadie's mom, and Love for True Crime just got a Dragonfly. Welcome to the Dragonfly Club. I release all our
Awesome.
videos early to the Dragonflies. You get shout outs when we have merch, you get discounts. And it's just a way for us to support you while you're supporting us. So, congratulations. It's
Yay.
$2.99 a month. And yeah, we would love to have anybody that would like to be here with us. Here's a little bit on
Congrats.
our Dragonfly program. And if you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? I would really, really, really love to have you as a power subscriber. If you really like my content, be sure to become a Dragonfly, and that's our membership, and it's $2.99 a month. I release all my videos early. We have special emojis over in the chat room. I kind of share things ahead of time with my Dragonflies, and I go live sometimes just for the Dragonflies. It's a way that I can support you guys and give you more content, and it's a way for you to support our channel. It's $2.99 a month, and I would love to have you. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. We are halfway through, and I just wanted to give that shout out to our Dragonflies.
So what's
Did you
next? What
guys?
are we going to talk about next?
I
Wow.
wanted to say, I believe that Dee Dee was a great manifester, though. I really do.
Oh yeah, yeah, she did have something with money, even though it was kind of shady and underhanded. And I think Gypsy's a great manifester too. She's somehow picked up on that wave where she's very good at grifting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. And I'm sure you guys have seen the videos of people explaining Dee Dee, like saying like she used to pretend or like lie and say the members of a certain band was her boyfriend and stuff like that. But then if you think about it now, Gypsy, when Gypsy was sick and stuff like that, she, quote unquote, right? When she was sick, they got to meet a whole bunch of people, like famous people.
Yeah.
Well, people call it, faking it until you make it. I mean, that's a part,
Hmm.
that's a spell right there. Just, that's affirmations. That's just, prayer is just saying something over and over and over again. And that's faking it till you make it. So, I mean, they were very good at getting into, I mean, I wouldn't want to get into that stream of money coming in because I just really think that it's going to rebound on her somehow, some way, in a big way that I wouldn't want part of it. But she's in that, vibrating right into that where Dee Dee left off. Even
Yeah.
better, I would say.
For sure. Because, like, this is my theory on everything, on what happened. Because it makes sense, because it's like, with the ritual part, now that I'm thinking about it, she's like, okay, she was doing good. She was grifting money, like Gypsy to her mom, right? She was grifting money and this, and that, and she became sick. And as she became sick, Gypsy became better. And then she unalived her mom and took all that and went away with it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a switch from her mom to Gypsy. And I know, I believe Gypsy was worse, obviously, but I believe that there's some like switching of some sort, like energy, or I don't know how to call it, but I know that it's very weird that that happened that way.
It's kind of like just like in a relay race where you hand off the
Uh-huh.
baton. Like as Dee Dee was dying, she handed off the baton to Gypsy.
Yeah, and it could also too, because like I was saying about the if you're not giving enough to whatever, to your like to your petition, to your deity, whatever you want to call it, like, or if you do it with ill intent, it can backfire.
Mm.
So imagine it being a backfire, but at the same time, I don't know, like, for sure. I feel like it definitely was. Like someone said in the chat, like, she has really dark demon eyes, and I won't disagree. I won't.
Mm.
Thank you so much, Myra, for the $5 super sticker. We love you right back. And you're
Oh.
Oh,
welcome for the
Myra,
membership.
go follow her too. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's so amazing.
Hey, I saw that you have come over to YouTube. Are you doing that because you're worried about TikTok, or you
Yes.
just have always wanted to?
No, well, I honestly, I'm really sad that all the friends, like, I'm worried about TikTok, and I'm worried that all of the friends that I did meet on TikTok, I'm never gonna talk to them again. Like, and so hopefully it'll be a different platform where we could talk more freely, because I think TikTok is so, like, it just doesn't let you do anything. So I think YouTube is the way to go when it comes to that.
I think you're safer over on YouTube, even though like that's terrifying to say because YouTube can be pretty terrifying in itself too. But you have a better chance of not having your content taken down if you follow their guidelines, opposed to over at TikTok. TikTok, it's like hit or miss. Is it gonna get taken down or isn't it? I don't even know.
Yeah, and you can get shadow banned. I don't know how you do that, but like, it's like you put out good content, and then you make the wrong person upset, and then boom, you have nothing. Like, no one sees anything that
Yeah,
you post.
yeah. I've heard about that too. But something happened over on YouTube just in September and October, and my numbers plummeted. They just, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't even know. Um, like it wasn't even, they weren't even cut in half. They were like cut 3/4. And I just,
Goodness.
yeah, I know. I just pushed through it, and now we're back up to doing nearly what we were doing. I don't know what happened, but I had a feeling that somebody was reporting me somehow. It wasn't enough to warrant, them taking action, but it was enough where they were like not putting my content out there.
Mm.
It's frustrating, but I felt safe. I feel safer here than I do over on TikTok.
That's kind of scary that they have the power to do that with your content.
Well, it's kind of scary, the fact that I'm like with an employer that I just don't even really know what's going on, but I'm still doing it anyway. But
Yeah.
I think about that a lot. But so anyway, you're over here on this is her page. I have put it up into chat. She's very new, so be sure and go over and subscribe. Her link is right there in chat. And your let me get your TikTok up here too. I had it just a second ago. Oh, yeah, here it is. And this is her over on TikTok, which we will put this in chat as well. Let me pop it over into chat, and it's just so you can see. So you're over on YouTube. What kind of content are you going to just do strictly Gypsy Rose? Or are you going to do true crime? Because I see you over on TikTok, you have your paranormal, true crime, and more. Hello? Oops. Sorry, somehow I knocked you right off the stage.
No, I pressed
made
leave
myself
by
laugh when I
accident.
do
Sorry, it's my bad. So I'm like, oh my goodness, like, no. How embarrassing. No, I think I want to stick with like the true crime. I want to do some like story times, like paranormal story times. I really love that kind of stuff.
Well, we would love to have you come back on a Highly Strange Days if you like to do paranormal stuff. And also, do you do counted cross stitch? Is that what I'm seeing here?
Where is it at?
Right here, this eye.
Oh no, I took it from Pinterest. So whoever did it, credit to you. Whoever made it. But I do also do art. So, and I have an art page on TikTok and Instagram. But
Oh,
this
you
one is
do.
mainly.
And it looks like you do makeup too, because I've seen you with your, where is it? I don't see it, because you had around October, this right here. This was super cute.
Oh yeah, for Halloween.
You were a clown.
Yeah, I love
So
clowns. I think they're super like. Do you guys know like the history of clowns? I know this is kind of random, but
no.
they
Yeah,
used
I
to
don't know.
obviously like back in the day they used to be like the fools, like they would be like the entertainment in like the medieval times.
Oh, yeah.
And then they started being, it's like comedy, and they would entertain at kids' birthday parties, and it like just evolved. But because I don't want to get too deep into it, but like in 2016, remember when like people were dressing up as clowns and like scaring people and all this stuff, like that's what ruined it, I believe. And the movie It ruined clowns. But I love clowns mostly because like they're misunderstood. Like they have a big painted smile, but like who knows what they're feeling on the outside. I mean on the inside.
I
So
don't mind clowns. I always liked when we went to the circus and saw the clowns. And one of my friends' grandmother collected clowns, and they just never have scared me. I know they scare some people, but I've always liked clowns.
I don't have a problem with normal looking clowns, but like she said, the clowns that are made to look scary, like It and whatever. Yeah, shoot, those are scary, but normal clowns
yeah.
are fine.
That's cute art. That reminds me of Erin from Blood in Art. her very similar art. Oh, a
Thank you.
scorpion. I love that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that. The karmic DF. Oh, I like this a lot.
She's another creator on YouTube. I made she wanted me to make some paintings for her. And I was like, okay. So I created those two, for the color scheme, and then there was a different one with different colors that
I like that one.
Which
The
one?
that one.
the UFO with the black cat.
Yeah, it's super cute, isn't it?
Yes.
That is my favorite
I am
one.
actually wanting to team up with an artist to create something for some merch. Maybe this could be something we could do.
That'd be good.
Like to create some merch. That would be amazing. Yeah, okay. Yay.
Get
Cool.
back to me. We could talk about it because I'd be
Yeah.
so happy to do that.
It's super cute art. Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I'm really excited now. All right. Well, I was already excited, but I'm excited even more. So we can do one or two things now. I have we've got about a half hour left, 20 minutes. We can go in and watch I have some psychics. There's this Candace Star, Dee
I
Dee
love
Make
that
Me
one.
Cry, So Horrific. Or we have Jenny Love, by popular demand. Again, Dee Dee Blanchard's Spirit Portal Box tells us so very much more. Or there is this with Nina, the beauty influencer. She's one. I don't know if you know this, Shannon, but she's a popular creator that reports on the Gypsy Rose case. She says this video of someone speaking to Dee Dee Blanchard gives me chills. So
Ooh. Well, I gotta see that.
this
That one's
one.
the Candace one. That was the Candace one. The
Oh,
one
so
at the beginning.
2 and 1.
But I felt that.
Uh-huh.
Like I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I'm just telling y'all, let's watch it. Oh yeah, before we watch this, it's by Candace Star. I'm gonna tag her down below. Go follow her because this is wild.
Hey, thanks, hello. So today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I actually found this teddy bear in the bathroom.
I'm going to take us to Candace's original video, since it's the same video and it'll be bigger, and it won't be sped up like that. So.
Oh, cool.
Blanchard, I will get into other people just as soon as I feel like I have enough answers for Dee Dee. Definitely want to get into Jocelyn and Summer Wells again. So yeah, let's just do this. I got this here. This is a REM pod.
So everything that we watch, I will put in the YouTube show notes. And we do this for fair play use because we will often start and stop things, talk over it, won't read everything in its entirety. But don't worry, all the links will be in the show notes on our YouTube channel. And just if there's something on here that Candace Star says and one of us doesn't agree with it, it doesn't mean that we don't like Candace. It just means that we don't agree with what she's saying. Some people have in the past gotten offended and saying that we're saying terrible things about psychics, and we're not. We over here will not pretend to agree with something if we don't agree. I wouldn't ask anybody to do that here. So just needed to say that. And this is all our opinion for entertainment and educational purposes only.
We gotta say that, you know it.
He says, what is the teddy bear? It's a REM pod, okay? Hold on. I can't get it. Okay. Give it a second. Okay, so if it is touched, it will go off. Okay, there's no wires. There's nothing here. Okay, I do not have a fan on today because some people are absolutely crazy. I saw it moving, but I guess it was from the wind from my arm. Absolutely absurd. I am in a hot box. I'm gonna sit back, okay, and. Dee Dee Blanchard, Vinny Kanika, can I speak with Dee Dee Blanchard? I have a lot of questions today, Dee Dee. My first question was Gypsy lying about you, Dee Dee, doing voodoo? I totally felt that. I felt like you are Christian, yeah, and I feel like you knew she was in the dark stuff. My next question.
Okay, so my question is, when it does that, does that mean she's agreeing with it? When it lights up like that? Is that what that means?
Yeah, I believe it's yes when it lights up like that, and no is if it does nothing.
Ah, okay.
Was Dee Dee, were you a sacrifice for fame?
Hi, Laura Lynn. Ooh.
I can see the lights in the camera.
What?
Yo.
Holy cow.
I get chills every time. I got chills really bad.
I did too. I've not seen this, I don't think. Or if I did, I don't remember seeing this.
I think you would have remembered seeing it.
Yeah, I think I would have remembered seeing this. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really good video.
I'm sorry, hold on. I just got filled with so many emotions. Like, I want to cry. Dee Dee Blanchard, Claudine. Were you injured before Nick got there? Before. Okay. Can I ask again? Okay, hold on. Thank you. Thank you. Were you injured before Nick got there?
Maybe she was like tied up or something.
Oh my gosh, okay. When I say hold on, it's I'm telling myself hold on. Just so you know, I'm not telling Dee Dee to hold on. Was Gypsy okay with and in on your scams? I have to ask. Oh,
that was fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you able to fight back? Were you able to fight back?
She didn't have very many
You're doing amazing.
fight wounds or anything.
Were you able to fight back?
And she was asleep at the time too, so or if that's what happened.
Oh.
The wounds were almost all on her back, weren't they?
Who initiated the first? I'm sorry. Who initiated the attack first? Was it Dan?
There's Dan.
Did Dan initiate the attack first?
We have Trixie. She's a relatively new creator over on YouTube that knows a lot about Dan Glidewell. And she said that she's been to his house a few times and she knows him. So we are working a live up with her. She's going to come on and bring some more Dan Glidewell information to us.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Who initiated the attack first? Did Gypsy initiate the attack first? Did Gypsy initiate the attack first? Gypsy? Gypsy. Was Gypsy abusive in the months leading up to your murder?
Sounds like she's saying yes, ma'am, huh? Like, dip, dip.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does Gypsy have a micro deletion?
Chills again.
Wait, what does that mean? Micro deletion?
Were your hands bound?
So Gypsy has this chromosomal disorder, microcephaly. It's microdeletion. This is the reason why she had to have so many surgeries and she's had so much medical stuff, that she actually has this chromosomal deletion. She wanted us to think that her mom was making her do all these surgeries. Well, she needed all these surgeries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to deny it in the beginning that she even had it, but then they gave their medical records away. Then it got open. So,
To which you could not move. Oh my God, guys. I'm getting so hot and dizzy. Well, were your injuries done by Gypsy?
Oh my God.
This is a lot to take in. Oh my gosh. Can I have a moment, please?
has Candace been
Oh my God.
posting recently?
She stopped with the Gypsy content and the Dee Dee content because her page was being
Is
attacked.
Gyp a danger
Oh.
to society? Stop it. I literally
We
feel
all
like
knew
she's
that one.
like standing right here. It's like a pressure, like a heavy, dense feel. Ooh. Oh, I want to vomit. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm getting queasy. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm over on her page now, and it looks like she's doing John Benet Ramsey quite a bit right now.
My hands are shaky. Did Nick puncture you 4 or 5 times? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Ugh. Did Nick puncture you 13 times?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Did Nick puncture you 13 times? Did Nick puncture you 4 to 5? 4 to 5 times. Okay.
How many did she have? 16?
Did he?
17.
17.
I don't know if that one's to the last question, but I know she answered it the first time I asked. I'm like holding my breath. You have no idea.
I'm holding my breath too.
Did you yell for help? Did you yell for help? Did you yell for Gypsy? Oh.
Gypsy was right there. Why would she yell for her?
Did you ask Nick who he was?
She probably didn't even get to see him.
Probably not.
I think I should reword that. How about this? I just got a whole new train of questions. Because she already answered that Dan was there. Did you see Dan face to face?
Oh.
On the night everything happened, did you see Nick face to face?
Dysfunctional Cutie, what do you think about Dan? Do you think Dan was there that night?
In my opinion, right? Because I don't want to say anything, but
Well, it's
I
everybody's opinion, I think, and
yeah.
everybody's welcome to their own opinion. So
Okay,
even if
it's because I got
you
yelled
don't
at
know.
yesterday. So, okay, so I believe he was at one point, but I know that I think David Blanchard was there for sure.
You
Like
think
more
the
than
neighbor?
anything. Yeah.
You think
I
the
think
neighbor?
because it's easier to get back and forth with no one noticing. And I think they had some kind of weird relationship as well, so
Or
but I'm not
maybe
sure.
Dan was at David's. And maybe it was both of them.
Maybe.
I'm very interested to see what Trixie has to say about Dan, because in talking to her, I get the idea that she doesn't think Dan had anything to do with it. So it'd be very interesting to get down to the bottom of it. But maybe, I could be very wrong on that too. That's just my first vibe.
Well, Dan could have been part of the reason as to why she did it.
Oh, yeah, I think he's definitely was part of the reason, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not sure.
I just don't know if he was a part of it. Like, I just don't know if I believe that he partook in it. But I think that she did it because of him, for him. She likes her triangles, and she always has one man in the triangle that she likes more than the other. The other was just like a comfort blanket. The other is like the prize.
Someone to fight over her at all times.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It does feel pretty good. That happened once to me. It's real
It does,
nice.
Loki.
It is an interesting feeling, the triangle.
Yes.
I did the triangle the other way, though. I was the one doing the fighting, and I was like, now I look back on it, and I'm like, God, why did I do that? Ugh. But thank God I lost.
Right.
You told me that Dan and Gypsy and you, Dee Dee, Claudine, got into an argument. Did you have to yell for help at all? Oh, stop myself. Amazing. Like, did you ask Nick who he was? Did Nick? Nope. Did Jip put Nick's DNA in extra places in the house to frame him?
Oh.
I have one last question here. Oh, man. Will Gypsy be a good mom?
Oh.
Will Gypsy be a good mom?
So sad to think about.
I'm so sorry. I feel like you're standing right next to me, and I just want to cry for you.
I don't know. I feel like lately
the things
Dee's been getting her flowers, and because I don't think Gypsy's happy right now.
About what? Like about anything, right?
In general, I think her and Ken are having problems. I think this whole baby thing is starting to set in. She's probably getting more uncomfortable because it's getting closer to her due date. And yeah, I just don't think she's happy right now. This whole bookstore thing is like kind of blown up, and she's not feeling safe. No, regardless, she's not feeling safe. I don't think she's going to end up going to the bookstore. I just don't think she's happy.
And yeah, and the fact that like all of it is right. She and like not to sound harsh, right? But I feel like she wanted attention. Boom, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There's
I'm
your
not saying I
attention.
feel sorry for her. I don't feel bad for her. I'm just saying these are the vibes that I pick up
Yeah.
vibes, and these are the vibes that I'm picking up.
It just seems too good to be true for this to be planned and for her to actually show up.
Yeah. She's scared because that new article that just came out, Rolling Stone, was it, that she just did? She said that, like, she said something about, I cut and pasted it. Where did I get it? She said, nobody's approached her in public, so she's not like overly worried or something like that. Did you guys see the all these pop-ups? Did you see the new Rolling Stone article that just came out?
I have not.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard is ready to tell her story, then leave it all behind. So Rolling Stone interviewed her, and oh man, is it gonna make me log in?
Yes. I tried earlier.
Well, I cut and pasted it, so hold on one second. I got it. We
Do what
saved
you
it.
got to do.
Yeah. So, but she talked about how nobody has approached her in public yet, and so she's not too worried about it. And she seems to think that she's fine.
So, you know what's crazy though, right? I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but I think she's trying to separate herself from the unaliving. I know that she's coming out with books and documentaries and stuff like that. But if you've seen her recent profile picture on TikTok, she does not look like her at all. But seeing her in person, I don't think you would recognize her and think, hey, that's Gypsy.
Well, I'm starting not to really know what she truly looks like because she uses the filters all the time.
Mm-hmm. And she's been saying like in the Vile Files the second time around, right? Her saying like, well, she doesn't need to know, or something about Dee Dee, like, what are you gonna tell your daughter? Well, we're not gonna tell her because Christy's her grandma. And it's like, I get that, but like, I think she's been really trying to change the narrative out there, really bad.
She doesn't have much of a choice.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, to me, it's very dangerous because I don't know if you guys have seen, but like, and I don't know if this has anything to do with her, right? But in my opinion, I think it's weird that ever since she's gotten out, there's been like 5+ of like the copycat unalivings with kids doing it to their parents.
Ah,
Ooh.
yes. We have
So
covered some of those cases, and it is very alarming to me.
like what's her name?
Carly Gibb.
There you go. I don't know if that had any type of like influence on her, but if it did, it would have been subconsciously, like, oh, that happened and look at her now. But I might be wrong. It's just how I see it. It's very disappointing.
I feel like that she is having an influence because we're seeing more and more matricide cases, and it's alarming to me, in my opinion.
It really is, because if you think about it, back then, right? Like if you think of, I don't know, I don't want to, like if people were born, for example, they were born in the 1800s, right? Their punishment was like, they could not, like they knew better than to hurt their parents, right? And then if you come up a couple of generations, it's the same way. And then you come till now and you're like, oh, well, if my parent like does something to me, punishes me, all I have to do is unalive them. But back then you knew better, because you knew like the dynamic, and you had respect, and you didn't have any other influence, any social media to even, you would have never thought of doing that.
No, it wouldn't have. But growing up, we grew up. I my stepdad took medicine, pain pills in the cabinet, and it would never have dawned on us to steal that medicine. So I think like times do change with each generation, but I don't think kids would have thought it was an okay thing to do if they hadn't seen Gypsy Rose do it, get out in 7.5 years, make millions of monies on her second book, has her second season. I don't think, I think she's sending a horrible message.
Yeah, and it's also being like, you don't have to do all the hard work. You just have to wait and plan like I did, and come out and just blow up. Like a lot of people, like I know I'm sure you guys, like with your YouTube channel, like it took a while to build your audience, and to find the right people, and you have trial and error, and I feel like doing something so horrible like that is a guarantee, even though it might not be easy, but it gets you infamous for sure.
Yeah. She's somebody who just any attention is okay attention for her.
Yeah, but you just scrolled down, but if you scroll back up, she was blaming it on the public.
Yeah, that's the problem. I'm not actually doing the scrolling.
Oh.
I saved it and I can't figure out. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was trying to find the line to guide it and I couldn't, but there it is.
Oh, okay.
And I'm trying to go back to the bottom because she talks about how she's very scared to drive because she's never driven, but then she talks talking up Matricide, one of the
It says Matriciani.
Matriciani. She talks about how she didn't want to make her mom's death the sole point of or the hook of the book, which I mean, it's illegal for you to do that.
Right.
She does talk about, where is it? Anyway, this is here. And I saved it so that I could do a video where I'm going to read it for you guys. So just be expecting me reading this for you guys, and going through it. And
can I mention just that little blip that I saw that alarmed me?
Yeah, where was the blip?
It was towards the bottom, but it said something to the effect of she wishes that society would let her fade into obscurity, but it's not letting her. They're too interested in her, and so that's where she's at with her life right now. And I'm like, yeah, but you brought that on yourself. You have a TikTok. You are putting yourself out there. If you didn't put yourself out there, they would not be doing that. I don't think.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, yes, this was since her conviction, she's appeared on The View, Dr. Phil, and the Kardashians with both The Cut and Slate, dubbing her America's sweetheart.
What?
Yeah.
That just makes me ill.
That's what she like. That's what she wants. Like, like who's ever said she's America's sweetheart? Like, I don't understand.
And then she talks about how her book hasn't even been released yet, but people are giving it a 1-star rating, and how she's being really bullied. She says this really can be depressing for Blanchard, who is preparing for possible protesters at a book signing event in New Orleans later this month. She has publicly discovered what she did, disavowed what she did to her mother, as well as supporters who feel unaliving her mother was somehow the cool thing to do. But each time someone secretly takes a photo of her in public or posts a video slamming her, she wonders if there is any path toward a normal life, or if she's even capable of living such a life by the time she becomes a mother of her own. She says, when people come up to me and are like, I don't blame you, I would have done the same thing, I'm disgusted, she says. It's not like I look back on my past and am proud of what I did. I'm very ashamed of it.
Heavenly.
She's just such a liar.
And I want to give you guys credit though, because you've been covering the important stuff about her and her case and what she's like capable of, and there's a lot of other creators that have been like, I think, kind of distracting a lot of the public, and it's playing directly into the Lifetime show. So,
Ugh.
and it's kind of, not kind of, like, it really frustrates me because there's potential, but there's people, the wrong people in power, that's like, like, that are looked up to, and people just, I don't know how to explain it, but they're like, they would rather make a video on how her lipstick looks or how she eats a
Mhm.
cookie, and then of course that's going to be considered bullying, like that is bullying. But if you're going to
Yeah, or
speak
they
about
make
her
fun of what
case,
she looks like instead of like her actions. We don't need to make fun of what she looks like. Her actions are enough. She does enough actions wise for us to make fun of her. I
Mhm.
don't go into making fun of what people look like, because I've had that happen to me. And it's just like low hanging fruit that we don't even need to do, because she has even lower hanging fruit that's very easy to get at.
Right.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like a lot of people are playing into the bullying narrative, right? They're like, okay, well, if you think we're bullying you, let me bully you harder. But there's a lot of great creators, like on TikTok, for sure, like on TikTok, that I know, that have been posting like um medical documents. They've been posting a lot of factual stuff, but we're very down at the bottom. So a lot of people don't really know about these people, but I believe that information and facts is what's going to get people on board with like trying to get her back and get a different trial, and the FBI thing, like with the petition, remember I told you about?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Think
how
it's
to
right
explain
here.
it. It's hard to explain it, but that petition, if you pull it up on oh my god, change.org, you can go through it and it'll show all the ways that she broke the law that wasn't covered in the state, or like the state case that she had.
Yeah, we have put this petition up, and we will put the link for it again. And
Okay,
we will also
awesome.
put the link to your TikTok and your YouTube page, so that people will be able to find you with ease.
Cool.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you for being here. Thank you for joining.
Absolutely.
It was fun.
Yes. Let's head over into chat real quick and then we'll wrap things up. See if anybody, does anyone have any questions? Anything you want to put out there before we go? Joseph says if she can't keep the baby, she'll sell it. Oh boy. I agree. Certain creators take it too far and take attention off of the real issues. Yeah, I hate when the creators start fighting with each other too. I don't like that.
Yeah. And I wanted to say something, right? Just because I don't support what another creator is doing doesn't mean like I'm like hating on them or I'm doing anything negative towards them. It's just I know that I'm not like that and I won't feed into that behavior. I'd rather give facts and information and maybe even theories, you know what I mean, to what happened. And I'd be like, hey, what do you guys think? Just so they can think about it. I don't want to force people into thinking anything. I just don't consider myself one of those creators, but just be like I said, I'm going to say this again, just because I don't support them doesn't mean that I dislike them, because I've heard a lot of people say stuff like that about that situation.
You haven't even mentioned any creator, so you're just stating in general you want
Yeah.
to, you don't care about what she looks like. You care about what she's doing. You care about her behavior. You care about stopping her behavior. So yeah, makes complete sense to me.
Yeah. And we all are allowed to do what we need to do. Like, because we feel like it's, to a lot of us, it's very important to keep other people safe and informed, and because not a lot of people out there are doing that.
Well, yeah, and we're not here to please people's thoughts. We're just here to bring you information and you decide whatever you want to do with it, right? So, we can agree to disagree here. So, so did we hit everything that you wanted to cover, DC, or is there anything else you think we need to talk about?
No, I think we covered pretty much everything that I wanted to say. So
Okay. Well, I hope you'll come back and you'll join us.
Yes.
I definitely will. I really will. Like, this was very fun.
It was. And guys, be sure to go over to her page. We will put her YouTube and we will put her TikTok page. And thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Good night to everyone.
Okay, good night.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.
Before we go, I also wanted to wish Shannon and her Chad, her real Chad, a 2-year anniversary today. So
Aw,
happy
thank
anniversary,
you.
girl.
Yeah. We got Mexican takeout tonight, and we painted minis.
Ooh.
It was
Well,
fun.
and that led Shannon and I to talking about maybe doing a crafting show where we talk about paranormal, true crime. Maybe even it would be a good time to introduce sister wives.
Ooh, that would be fun. We could talk about sister wives while we craft.
Mhm.
That would be very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Okay, well, go enjoy your last part of your anniversary.
Okay, we're gonna go do an edible now.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
I was waiting until after the show.
I thought you were going to say something else, but
No.
yes, go have fun with your edibles.
We will.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you
Bye.
later. Bye, guys.
Bye, Shannon. Okay, guys, that's all I have. Actually, I forgot I have one more thing I want to show you. Guys, we are working on a Parawomenradio studio. We have our Amazon wish list up for the holidays. I thought it would be a good time to talk about that. So if you are thinking you want to help our channel out a little bit extra, I have put together a wish list for my perfect Parawomenradio studio, including a light up sign. It even has little stuff for the little bird. I had stuff for the little dog too, but I think I took that out. But we would love if you could support us. And here's the link. Anything you can do for us means the world to me. So, okay, guys, I'm going to go. Thank you so much, Heavenly, Chris C., and Laura Lynn for being the best moderators. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to Shannon for being the co-host with the most. And be sure to go over to Dysfunctional Cutie's pages. And if nobody's told you this today, and even if they have, I'm still telling you this. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Welcome to Parawomenradio. I'm Amy.
Carefully strumming this old guitar, words rolling out into the fire. Never ask why my heart burned blue. Here in the haze where you inspire me. Here in the darkness I hear my cue. Time to find some solitude. Here where my soul bleeds openly, deep in the heart of sin and you. Here in the blue, I'm falling deep into you. Carefully strumming this old guitar again, words rolling out into